Here we are again, watching another sunrise above Anatolikos, and we're going to be doing a bit of building here today. As you can see, the town lies rather empty, no villagers, but that's okay. We'll just have to wait until NPCs are around if we ever get that far. But we're going to be building a boat today, I would hope, and one or two other things. As you can see, these are the torches that I made after the success of the skeleton skull that we built by the base with the flame in the eyes. I decided to bring some logs here and create some torches which look decent. They certainly look more authentic than having lava, but there you go, because I originally had lava just hidden inside the blocks. It provided a bit of light, but it didn't look nearly as cool. So there you go. It came to my attention as I was editing last episode that it was a very, very good example of show and tell. So we're going to try and do less of that today and do more of some actual building, which should be good. Now, I did build one boat, although it was above the boat docks here, which I eventually took down because I didn't like it. I had to redo a lot of stuff in this area. However, we're going to try to build something out in the water. I don't want a mega pirate ship. I don't want something so big that it just detracts from the look of the bay. However, I do want at least something there, something in the water. So we might try to do a couple of boats, maybe a really small one over there, and maybe a larger one over there, or vice versa. I don't know, because I kind of like the way the water is at the minute, the way it's all clear in that. However, I think it would look better if we did have a bit of marine life in there, or not marine life in the sense of fish, but in the sense of sailors or boats. So let's go and give it a go. I think we'll start with the small boat because that'll be easiest. Alright, I think we'll just build it over here. The small boat. See, the thing is though, or maybe we could have a larger boat on the beach, like kind of docked there. That might look pretty cool. Or maybe we should just, I don't know. See, it's kind of hard to know what would look decent. Because already I like the look of that. Although I'm not so sure about the waterfall anymore, but there you go. But Anatolikos looks good. It's just trying to add to it. We've obviously got our statues over here. I'm not even going to try and remember the name of them, because I fail not once, but, well, an uncountable number of times. Let's hop out here. Right, see you later, boat. Yeah, we're going to have to build up from the floor of the ocean. Should we just build it here? Is that a good idea? I've just destroyed a bunch of source blocks down there. Hopefully that won't matter. Yeah, let's just build it here, honestly. So, we'll get started. Shall we have the base of the boat here in the water? So that'll be a start. We'll make it, how big? Probably a decent size. How about that? And then we'll make it 3 wide at the bottom. That might be good. Or, alternatively, this could be the very, very bottom. And then we'll make it 3 wide, 1 above that. That might look better. I think we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do 3 wide here. And that'll be like the base of the boat. Or the bottom layer where people can stand. So yeah, not much has been going on. I have been streaming on Twitch a lot lately, which has been good. I actually had a really fun Mountain Blade stream yesterday, which was good. Big thanks to Patnat who auto-hosts for me, which is much appreciated. The one downside is though, and I'll be honest, I was hoping to stream with the intention of uploading the footage I get from streaming later. However, the footage, the quality isn't as good as I would want. It doesn't record the footage. It seems to just like kind of rip the stream straight from the internet as you're streaming it, if that makes sense. So it's basically stream quality, which isn't great in all honesty. I think it's okay for streaming. Well, borderline okay for streaming, but for recording it's not so good. So I'm having second thoughts about that. I'm not sure how I like this so far. I was hoping it would be, I don't know, a bit more at an angle or whatever, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, something else I did. So yeah, I've been streaming. I might just switch over to YouTube permanently, or switch to using OBS on Twitch. But basically, I've been doing Mount and Blade because I've wanted to actually get a good game of that. Although I've been playing on a harder difficulty, and it's been very tough. I should just make a platform for myself before I try to destroy that stuff. I've also been playing a bit of Battlefront, and I finally figured out that there's different sensitivity options for if you're in a starfighter or a turret or something like that. Like, for the longest of times, like I remember doing what do you call it? I remember doing multiplayer with spotters and Patnat with regards to Battlefront, and it was just I'd never ever touched ship battles, and I was doing it with them for the first time, and it was I just couldn't do it. And they were just making it look easy and just laughing away at that, and I just could not figure out what the issue was. And I finally found out that there are different sensitivity settings, and not only that, oh no, I'm going to drown. No! There we go, we got out. I also found out that the Y, you know how you change your Y-axis with a mouse? So like, if you move your mouse up, it goes down. If you move your mouse down, it goes up, kind of thing. Inverted Y-axis, I don't know what you would call it. But I found out that was on by default with the starships, so that wasn't so good. That is flowing water. Oh, do you know why that is? That'll be because I had to dig away blocks here. We should replace those if we can. Let's just open up this side here, just so we can get in and out. Right, so I think what we'll do, we could just dig away this bottom bit. I don't see any problem with that. I mean, it does give you less of a base. Does that look any better? Oh dear. I can't stay on my feet. Let's get a sail going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no middle block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's no middle block. That's a bit annoying. We can always change that if we want. So we'll just do that. Yeah, this will give us a middle block. It'll make the boat a bit bigger, but I'm okay with that. We could try a Viking boat style, although that's going to be hard to do. I've never done that before. So we'll put a sail here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've miscounted. That's only 7, because we had 15 to begin with, and 9 plus 8, or whatever plus 8 doesn't equal 15. We'll go up one more. We'll just hop down. And we'll make a sail there. Now you'd imagine the wind would be coming this way, like going that way, because it's coming off of the sea, but we'll have the sail blowing the other way for whatever reason. Yeah, we'll just do it here. We'll make it 5 wide over the boat, and yeah, I'll try and do exactly the same sort of sail that I did when I was building the boat on top of the dock. And I don't want this boat to be, well, obviously it's not going to be greatly detailed, because obviously we don't have a huge amount of blocks or shapes to work with, but if it looks okay, that's the main thing. It's just there to add a bit extra. We should add a crow's nest, reminiscent of Captain Jack Sparrow's boat at the start of the first Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't like that sail. It needs to be one lower. Been playing one or two other games. Skyrim. Skyrim's been pretty enjoyable. Of course, the reason I streamed that is because I need a lot of help with it, and I know a good friend of mine, Ristleman, is experienced with it, so he's been helping me a lot as I try to get to grips with the game. And it's a good game. It's a fun game, but it's really difficult to get used to. We might have to make it one wider. I think we might actually make the whole thing one wider, because why not? It might make it look a bit better. I don't want it to be too wide though. Not too wide as in 2 blocks wide, but too wide as in extremely wide. Is that it? Should we just call it at that? That would be... I mean, it looks decent. One thing we forgot to put in is a torch. Can we maybe somehow get closer to the boat? There we go. Single torch in there. I think we could live with that. Oh, actually, the mast is too high. And there we go. We've got our first of well, hopefully 2 boats. I have also been playing a lot of Football Manager as well, or a fair amount. Football Manager is one of these games that actually I find affects me IRL more so than any other game I've ever played. I can't explain it. Like UHC, I guess UHC to an example, or to an extent does. Like there'd be times when back in the day when I played a lot, when I would have a really, really bad game, and then the day after I'd just be thinking about it constantly in my mind. Even though I didn't want to think about it in my mind, even though I told myself it was just a game, I would still be thinking about it. But that's nothing compared to Football Manager. Like if I'm not doing well in Football Manager, it just, I don't know, it just plagues me like a plague. No, just kidding. But you know what I mean. It's something that shouldn't be that important, and yet it's just maybe it's because I played it for so many years. Maybe it's because I've taken it seriously for so many years. Yeah, this thing doesn't seem to be working as well, which is a bit of a shame. There's a boat missing, things like that, but hopefully it'll be okay. Anyway, we've got our first boat. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I think it looks okay. I'm happy with it. It's subtle. Maybe it's a bit too low. Nah, we can live with it. I like the sail. I think the sail certainly helps it out. I do kind of like the idea of having a wreck at the side. Like, I was thinking, you know, in Pirates of the Caribbean, in the second one when they're on that, you may not know, but for reference, if you do know, they're on that island, what did you call them again? That tribe, that cannibal eating tribe, or cannibal tribe, don't need to add the eating part on it. And the 2 guys, Reggie and another guy, they sail to the beach and they see the Black Pearl parked on the beach. I kind of want something like that, or even better, there's a scene where Will Turner is shown in a telescope. A telescope, is that what you call it? Can't remember, but anyway, he's shown from a distance the Black Pearl parked up on the beach. It'd be cool to kind of get something like that in a wreck form, maybe over there. Although I don't think I can put it over there anymore because that boat's in the way. I mean, I like where that boat is. We can maybe put it over there, although that's kind of like a nice area. That's like the wild area, so I think we'll put it over there if we do that. I like this road here because it's basically where you cross the bridge and then immediately you're in line in the centre of the 2 statues. And as you can see, the sun is rising there. I like how the boat's it appears closer when you're over here. I mean, that's probably because you are closer to it. But I do like that. So you can see the boat off to the side there. It doesn't cover the statue. I'm pretty happy with where we put it. It does look more like a boat as you stand here, as opposed to if you stand away over there at night time. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to give the wreck idea a go. Trying to do less like uber big grindy stuff today, because that's 2 builds in a row that I've had to dig down a long way to get to the where I want to build. So we're not doing any of that today. But no, overall I'm pretty happy with this world and just the progress that's been made in that. But we're going to try and add something over here, which will hopefully look good. Question is, where do we add it? It might be a good idea to add it on the sandy part over here, because like I'm planning, like if ever we're going to extend Anatolikos or build something else, we're going to build over there, maybe like a resort or something. Over here though, this could be like the more wild section. Now the thing is, if we put something here, we're not exactly going to see it that well. And if we put it over here on the sand, it's going to be behind that boat. Oh look, there's chests over here. This is the best part of survival, is when you find a chest that you put down ages ago. Tell me there's something in this, something amazing. There might be treasure. Digging up the treasure. Oh, that's not bad. There's a lot of cobble. Food. I need a water bucket actually, so I'll take that. Yeah, there's a decent amount of stuff here. Lots of logs as well. Yes, I made on an axe. I just needed an axe as well. It's always funny when you find stuff like this. Anyway, yeah, I completely forgot that was there. That was probably... Oh, do you know why it's there? I'm pretty sure it's because I wanted to build more here and I never got round to it. But there's still an opportunity, although I like the way the statues are, so I think I'm just going to leave them as they are. Maybe we could put the wreck around here a bit further, just so it's hidden even more. That might be pretty cool, because we've got this whole area here, and this is actually pretty close, I think, to the Cave of Corruption that we tried to explore. I think the Cave of Corruption is just over there. So, look at that. There's another Cave of Corruption. Yeah, I think we'll put it here. Why not? Okay, so I found a bit of a design online. It's a map, I think, and we're just going to try and implement it here. It's pretty big, and it uses spruce planks, or the spruce plank texture, which I think would be a lot better than oak, but obviously we don't have it. But I'll try and give it a go here. It's very, very detailed as well, which is a scary thing, but we'll see. Maybe we could incorporate the Cave of Corruption version 2 down here. Well, first of all, I'm just going to dig away this a bit. I'm not going to dig away too much, but just enough to get started. I don't want to make it too big, that's the thing as well. Let's force it to be up here. So that's the height of it. Oh, actually, yeah, no, we'll make it go one higher. So it'll be here, like so. And then we'll have this go round a bit. Should we cut out this tree? I feel like we should cut out this tree. Yeah, we'll cut out this tree. I kind of wanted to implement the tree as part of it. We might grow a tree on it or something just to add to the whole feel of it just being abandoned. But we'll take down this tree for now. So we've got a bit of a shape going here, which looks decent. I think what we might do is bring that down like that, and that'll just add a bit more to the shape of it. And then I think we're going to use a lot of planks in this and just try to yeah, give it a bit more shape underneath. And we're going to get a lot of sand from this, I feel. And we'll certainly need a lot of sand because of the whole, well, we want to make it look abandoned, make it just not look like it's been used for a while and like sand's just built up over time. Oh dear. I just backed up here and forgot there was a cave. I don't really fancy exploring it just now. And I doubt there's anything to wash away down there except maybe the odd mushroom. Party on the beach, anyone? Anyway, this is the extent of my progress. My plan is to maybe get some fences around the side. I think that might be a start. Oh, I do have an idea maybe of growing a tree and having that as the mast, but see, part of the problem with that is leaves are very unpredictable in this version, because the idea isn't so much to have a tree but to have the mast, but with leaves growing on it. I think that might be pretty cool. Also, we're going to have to make this a bit bigger, but as you can see, I've got, this is like above deck, and then this is below deck. There's obviously a gap, and I'm going to try and grow some grass in here just to kind of give the effect that it's wear and tear, or it's tearing as opposed to wearing. No, anyway, just adding the mast here. As you can see, I gave up on the tree. I didn't give up on it, I just abandoned it due to the lack of clarity with how the leaves that I might get were going to work. Also, I'm not even sure if, like, say you grow a tree and then place another piece of wood near the leaves, then cut down the main trunk of the tree. I'm not sure if the leaves will necessarily remain behind, but either way, we'll just abandon that, and we'll try and yeah, make a bit of a ruined mast here. And of course, there's going to be no sails on it. I mean, you don't really see sails on shipwrecks because they're, you know, the sails are usually, you know, that's such a weak material. They're usually gone by then. That might look cool, actually. Let's hop off and just check out how that looks. It's all right. Maybe we can make it a bit higher, but also maybe we can stagger the mast a bit more, like the variations. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, it'll do. It will do, I reckon. This is obviously the underdeck part. It's going to be dark. There's going to be grass here. Yeah, let's just leave that there. Leave that as kind of like the ground that infiltrated it. I kind of like it the way it is. We could even add a bit more sand just for, just to make it look a bit more run down. Yeah, why not? Then we'll have the second half of the ship here. It'll be on its side. But that's going to be a lot harder to do because although we've got stairs, we don't have upside down stairs. That's generally the block favoured in this build that I'm looking at for like a mast going diagonally up and down. This is so crazy. I'm trying to build a boat or half the boat on its side because diagonally is not going to work for the most part. So this is going to be very, very peculiar. Oh, you know what? We could trick it. We could trick the game. Hey, we've tricked the game. So these are actually upside down stairs, but they're the right way up. Yeah, don't ask. But it's still, it'll hopefully give a cool effect. Alright, almost falling into the trap of show and tell. I'm going to just show off what I'm doing at the minute. This side of the boat is actually coming along decently well. I'm not sure how good it looks, but I'm hoping that the mast will salvage it somehow. I'm going to try and utilise the shape I used for the sword. Remember the gold sword that I built? I'm going to try and utilise that shape to do the mast. It'll look kind of funny, but I'm hoping we can get away with it. My plan is to break up this side of the ship here with some logs. Again, we don't have sideways logs, but it looked a bit strange having just a bunch of stairs. This might look even stranger because it might look like an official staircase, but the idea is just to break up this is the underside of the ship that you obviously don't see here because, well, I don't know why, but you don't see it here for some reason. Obviously now it's facing upwards, and this is just to break up the texture a bit, just to make it look a bit more ruined. We could maybe pile up some sand on one side. Yeah, let's pile up some sand here, just to make it seem like it's a bit buried. That might look cool. I went for sideways log or regular logs here. This is where they should be here, but they should be only like facing another way. But I'm just going to leave them like that again, just to break up the look of the boat, so it's not just all the plank texture. Maybe we could add some cobble in, just to mix it up a bit, make it seem like it's like becoming cave-like. And that might be good. Kind of has a mould effect. I got more cobble over there if I need it. I won't be going over there anytime soon though. Alright, how does this look for a bit of a head of the ship? I think it looks okay. It's got kind of a Viking feel to it, that was the idea. We just need to make it look a bit more 3D maybe. So what I'm going to do is just dig down. I'm just going to add... I don't know how 3D to make it look though, maybe 3 wide is far enough. I just sense a creeper is going to come and jump on me. They usually come in the morning. I don't know why. I die a lot in the morning because like I've let my guard down. I think it's over, and then all of a sudden the death message appears. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think what we are going to do though is yeah, just have a bit of sand running in there, just as filling it in a bit. Over time, the sand's going to do that. We don't need that there. Right, that looks good. I did get some more cobblestone and some gravel because I think gravel would help as well. So we'll just do that. Add some more of that. Does the gravel look good? Should we just make it exclusively cobble? I don't see why not. I don't see why we shouldn't have the gravel. The only problem is I've only got like 5 pieces of it. So we'll just, yeah, leave it in like that. There we go. I think that looks okay. A bit of mould maybe or something. I don't know why you would get a mouldy ship. Rusty? No, not rusty. I don't know. Rotten. I don't know why rotten would be silver. But let's just roll with it. Something out of the ordinary. Maybe it's treasure. Maybe it's the remains of their treasure hoard. Now for the mast. So we can either do it like this, or we can do it like that. Now, I think doing it sideways, well, sideways would be easier to do, obviously. It would make more sense, because I'm thinking on my side at this point in time. Like, I've got the ability to do that. I actually quite like the look of that. We'll roll with it, I guess. But yeah, this would be easier to do. That, I think, would look better and would probably work better with the whole we don't have sideways logs concept, or not concept, but truth. Yeah, I think we'll try diagonally. I think that'll maybe add a bit to the build. We'll try diagonally. So what we're going to do is we'll just do it here. And we'll do it coming out of the sand, I reckon. And we'll make it 3 wide as per usual. How do we make it 3 thick though? Like that. Is that not thick enough? We're going to need a lot more in the way of logs to get this done. So I came back with more logs. We're just going to continue to work on the mast here. I don't know how high we should make it. I feel like we should make it go quite some ways just to make it, you know, stand out a bit. That log down there was placed a bit too short. We're also going to have a cross, like, you know how masts are like a cross to hold the full sail. We're going to have one of those, which is just going to add to the complexity of this. Well, it's not too complex. It's certainly not as complex as I thought it would be. Now, for the cross section, or not the cross section, but the other direction, we'll make it come out here, I reckon. And yeah, this should be interesting. Interesting to see how this is going to look afterwards. It doesn't need to be as thick as the main part, so I'll only do it 2 tall at each point. Then maybe here we'll just, yeah, we'll do something like that. Alright, and there we go. That is what it looks like. I think it looks okay. It looks more like a windmill than a ruined mast. But the fact it's sticking out at that angle really just gives the illusion. I mean, the one thing is maybe that part up there is a bit too tall. Maybe that it's like a cross, but I don't think they're necessarily crosses. I don't know much about masts, to be honest with you. But I think maybe we should cut that down a bit. Maybe take chunks out of it to make it look ruined. I mean, we took chunks out of it here. Looks a bit more wear and tear at the top, which I guess it can only be a good thing. We might add some more. I don't really want to add sand though. We'll just leave it as it is. We'll leave it like that. Am I happy with it? Yeah, I'm somewhat satisfied, and I think it's cool how there's like a cave down the back of this thing, which really just adds to the aura of it. Maybe, yeah, like right down there. It's like they all escaped and ran in there, and now the cave is cursed. Maybe it is. Who knows? We might find ourselves another cursed cave. But yeah, this is the extent of it. I'm happy with this build overall. I do like how it looks from over here. It really does look like a wreck from way. I know that's kind of sad because it's like right on the edge of the render distance, but as you can see, it does kind of look like the boat's on its side. I do like that. I do like the illusion that gives. So yeah, overall, pretty happy with it. I will add to it before the episode's finished. I do want to add one more boat, possibly just over there. Something maybe slightly bigger than that, I don't know. So I'm just going to end the episode in a bit, but first I'm going to add some blocks, some treasure to the shipwreck, because, I don't know, it'd be kind of nice to have this sort of stuff kicking around. So I think what we'll do is we'll just put it behind the mast, just here. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Maybe we can dig out some of the floor. Yeah, there we go. Maybe add some more back there. Just kind of keeping it off the grass, if you like, because I like the fact there's grass in here. We don't need to put all of it in. We'll just have 1 or 2 pieces of the gold and iron blocks in there. There we go. One other thing I did was, well, actually I did 2 other things. I actually worked on the statues a bit more, something I've not done for many an episode. But I did also build a boat over there, as you can see. We'll go and take a look at that in a minute. But first, I'll show you what I did on the statues. It was actually the statue on the other side of the strait that I worked on. I just added you know how this is surrounded in stone slabs. That's basically what I added to that. I didn't add it all the way down because I kind of like the archway that's created by the pillar here. There's kind of like a pillar of dirt that goes under the water. I quite like that. So I've decided just to, well, I've not put any of the slabs around here and it's just kind of floating on the water. But we can work on that maybe another day. It's still kind of floating. It doesn't look quite right, but that's something that, as I said, we could maybe work on. I also dug out the hill a bit here, just so we could fit in the slabs. I don't know, I think it looks okay. Might need to add one or two more. Otherwise it looks fine. And this is the boat that I built over here, the second one. So yeah, this boat's slightly different. It's got a backing of logs, it's got a head at the front. I was going to do two sails, but that didn't make much sense. I think we've got a sail that's slightly bigger than that one. It is a slightly bigger boat anyway. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So, pretty happy with the stuff that we've added this episode. Of course, they don't look spectacular, but I think they look okay. They certainly add a bit to the landscape or the seascape or whatever. The look of the ocean certainly has been enhanced. I really do like the wreck over there. I'm glad we got the diagonal mast in the foreground compared with the regular mast in the background. I really like the way that looks. You can kind of see the boat over there. It'll look kind of different if we go around there. It'll look more imposing, I'm sure, but no, I do like it. Before I ramble, thank you all very much for watching. I should be back for next episode. Until then, bye for now.